Hi, it's me again. I just casted a video live not long ago. I told you I will come back. It's so good to get something out of your heart. You holding it in for too long. You watch so many people looking for answer. They have a negative doctor report, especially student going to exam right now. It's so stressful. Aiming to get an Ace. For me, I just feel so happy that God is able to give me the ability to release what is in my heart. I'm tired of seeing people complaining about life. Life is hard, those things, but there's an answer. We have an answer. So I'm so glad that God is able to give me a special grace to be able to release what in my heart, what I holding on for so long. I found the paper. If you watch my previous video I just cast right now, a title that don't be ignorant. So this title, I'm just gonna have the title later on. So this one I'm just continuing stop being ignorant, uh, based on the word of God and how people think the word of God is religions. How do they take Christianity as being religion? They never believe it. I know many people when they watch me they say, "Oh, this lady, this religion girl." No, I'm not a religion. I'm a spiritual. I'm a spiritual giant. I'm a child of God. Irrespective my color, my gender, my status in society, the matter is I'm born again. I am belong to Jesus. Every fiber of my being, every cell of my blood, to like me is to like my Christianity. Christianity is not religion. It's the word of God. So I found the ad I was about to show you in my previous video. I have the last one here with me. Is somebody returned it. So after the program, I don't know why they didn't keep it, but I'm just showing this the glory of His presence. It took place here. If you can see it, I'm not sure, but what it say is the glory of His presence. This is by a wonderful man of God, Reverend Ken Oyakhilome. He came to Toronto, 600 Clayson Road, North York in Toronto. So if you're around Toronto, you can go there. And we do have our church in Kitchener too. You can actually go see. We have service 7 p.m. every Wednesday. We also have Sunday at 10:30 p.m. and this is on 1780 Glasgow, Kitchener. That's where we located. So this is like an ad we had program for Easter. If my goodness, if somebody have been inviting you for this special program and you didn't come, I'm so sorry. You miss out a lot, a lot. And if you're a brother from from this church and you miss out, this is not worth of. This is like setting you back 10 years. This is like 10 years backward. The thing that God had told you. Here's the one thing I got from there. I'm sharing with you right now on Facebook. Why? Because I want you to catch on God's vision of how I understand the Word of God and how I also want you to understand yourself. Don't just go to church and say, look what this preacher say. Or some of you right now might be thinking, what is she up to? Well, I'm not up to anything. I'm just letting you know that don't let your life be limited. A quick thing I have to tell you. God had a special people in society, and you also special. They have school, they have hospitals in the world. But imagine if you got the same spirit. If you read Romans 8, there's one verse that said, the same spirit that raises Jesus from the dead dwell in you. He give you divine health. You will never see a doctor in your life because you can kill the disease. You can kill it because it has no place in you. Think about it. That the life Jesus came to give us. The resurrection life. I got that in the conference. This conference, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Even $1 billion. that I worked that day, I would not showed up. Okay, I want to share something very quick, a testimony. I was working at this store. I don't mention the name because I like to respect people, authorities, so I won't mention any particular place I had worked in, the name where I worked. No, I don't like to talk about it. So that this particular, it was last year. I was not scheduled for weekend, and it's on Saturday, and the manager do not know where I will be working. So I asked them for a day off on Saturday, 2 weeks before. They say they're not sure whether I'm working or not. And this is Easter weekend where everybody's busy in store. They have to be an handful of cashier. I say no, I have to have that day off. They said I can't give you off because you're not scheduled. So for me, it's like if I'm not scheduled for that day, so there's no need to be able to request it. I like, you know what? I made up my mind. My life do not have to be built on prediction whether I work or not. I want a clear schedule, so I plan ahead. But I didn't have a schedule for work, so my plan is to go to the Easter conference, which was in 2016. So I didn't want to miss it for anything. When I went into that conference, the manager threatened me to fire me. This is 4-hour shift. Threat to fire me. I was still new there, but I already has a head, and nobody, they don't find someone to place me, and they didn't have a clear schedule for me. They decided to put me in a shift when nobody wanted. It's in the middle of the day, neither in the evening or afternoon. If it wouldn't allow me to just go to Toronto in the morning, I can come back and work in the afternoon, so I can miss, but for me to work, I will miss 2 conference, because always Easter, there always 2 part on Saturday. So I didn't want to miss neither of them. But if in case they need me in the store, I'll be able to actually go for the half of that and half that. But to miss them both on Saturday, I couldn't take it. 4-hour shift. 4-hour shift. It started at 10. In the middle of day, in the morning, like 10, and then I have to stay till 2. I live in Kitchener. If I have to take a bus, it'll take 2 to 3 hours to get to Toronto. I like, 4-hour shift compared to the word of God I will receive. I decided to go for the conference. When I came back, the manager threatened to fire me. I didn't move. I was not moved like that because I know what the Word of God did to me. The Word of God changed my life. I couldn't trade the Saturday for just 4-hour shift. So I went to the conference. When I came back, the manager said, "You're fired." I'm like, okay, sure. I took it. A day later, I just walked to store. I'm like, "Do you have a job?" They're like, "Yes." Like, I have a customer experience, they just give me a job right in the front, like that. Let me tell you, when you put God thing first, no matter how challenging you face in your life, you will come out with testimony. You don't have to look for how I'm gonna make this. No, don't be anxious. Cast all your care unto Him. That is the truth. A conference like this, and I attended a conference, the Easter conference, which took place was last weekend. Actually, it's about 2-3 days ago. No, it's last weekend. It started on the 15th, the 16th, the 17th. It started Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That was the Easter weekend. What I received was a resurrection life. This conference, don't take them for granted, my brother and sister, don't. It's the Word of God is so can transform your life, and it's true. I can't emphasize this enough. If you believe in society, how much more with the Word of God? How much more? So I'm sharing this with you because I watch so many things on Facebook, on YouTube, and so many things in society going on. you're paying attention about high seas, you know, things happening. But the question is, are you prepared? Nationality in the world. Do you know what type of person you are? You know, do you know what type of person you are? Who are you inside? What does your spirit say about you? Do you even know it? Who can tell you who you are? Your spirit. If there's no Bible in the world, who can tell you who's your spirit? If you keep saying, oh, the Bible is written by man, I don't believe in religion, who can tell you about your spirit? Who? No one. I'm not casting for you now to like me or don't like me. I'm not trying to convince you, oh, I'm trying to be famous. No, I'm being serious. I'm not here for fame. I'm not here to fame. I'm sharing the truth. The truth is that the word of God is true. And I'm casting this to share with you my experience. This experience I face is not compared to the glory after. I resist to be moved by society. You know, they say that, this, and I don't like anything that not consistent to the word of God to compound my life. No. The example, let's say somebody is diagnosed in a hospital with sickness that is incurable disease, and then they come crying. That is sad. I call it that is very sad because they don't know who they are. If they know who they are, they can say, you know what? Thank you so much, doctor. I'm so glad Jesus has given me a resurrection life. But if I'm in the shoes, I'm in the same place as somebody who went to doctor office. Imagine I was the one that going to doctor office and doctor told me that you were diagnosed with an incurable disease. If it was me, this is an example. No sickness in me, sorry. I have divine health 100%. The blood, the cell I have killed disease. That's me. Don't get infected. Not me. Not me. Sickness and everything that is negative, inconsistent to the word of God does not work in life. When it dies. That's it. And that is truth. I'm just setting an example. If I'm about to put to the shoe of some people that directly depend on doctors, medicine, and they told me anything, if I was in the doctor office and being told that I was sick with incurable disease, if I were told like that, this is what I would say to doctor. Doctor, sir, with a smile, and that is truth. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for your report. I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate your education. But here one thing. I know you don't have solution for me, but I have solution. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will walk away with a smile. And the moment I leave, I will just start speaking in tongues. I will start prophesying. I got the life of God in me. The life is my spirit. God did not create me to be diagnosed with anything incurable. I am a child of God. No sickness, no disease, no infirmity. I will start prophesying in my life, cussing out. I will say, you devil, you spirit of darkness, you spirit of sickness, no matter what type of sickness, call them by name. If I were you, if you were diagnosed to any sickness today and you're a believer, you're Christian, you're born again, learn to talk to the word of God. No matter what type of sickness, call them diabetes, HIV, whatever type of any sickness that is named. In the name of Jesus, you will bow down to the knees. You're a child of God, and the life that Jesus gave us is a life of power and authority over anything that concerns you. Your health, your finances, your family, your relationship. For me, I'm a spiritual giant. I pray about everybody in my family, their health, their finances. I keep publicizing. Even I'm not seeing working, I'm not gonna stop until I see the full restoration, restore in my family. I see them healthy and prospering. I don't need to be there physically, but my word will work in their life. And I believe so, because they work in my life too. Yeah, that is the what I'm trying to tell you. The authority Jesus gave us, not religion. The example I give you right now is that these limitations in society, you know, maybe you're having difficulty finding work. Think about it. Those people that have job, that have company, that own business, the human being, and you are a child of God, and you say you are seed of Abraham, that you have all things, and because you do not get the job, you come home crying. Oh, that's very sad. Because if you can't get a job, and those people who own the business, they're human like you. They are mind like you. Can you start your own job? Can you start your own business? Is that possible? Oh, yes, it is. So you shouldn't be crying. You don't cry for a job. You don't cry for anything. You cry of joy. The tear you have is of joy, not of sadness, not of distress. You know? You might find people. Me, I found that there were only 2 persons that will help me in this life is God. Yes, God knows me from my inside out. When a human being help you, trust me, they will treat you like you have to do something to pay back. Whether you like it or not, they don't see your situation. Only God can help you 100%. He understands you. And don't matter what people think of you, just be quiet until you come to the conclusion of everything. You know, that is the truth. You know, some people are watching me right now, and you might be like, oh, this Martha girl, what she's up to now. I'm not up to anything. I already said it in the video. I'm not up to anything. I'm just tired. I'm tired of seeing you guys going on in life without God, being ignorant of the word of God, crying you did not get a job, crying you did not get married yet, crying that your family is not going well, crying of your health issue. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing those things. That's why I'm actually forecasting the video, because I have an answer. The answer is the word of God. The answer is Jesus. That's it. That's all you need. And stop crying, for you already been helped. Stop suffering for nothing. You don't need to suffer about anything. The world is not gonna help you. You are born to help the world. See it and believe it. You were born to help the world. Nobody going to help you 100%. Only God and God alone can help you. Help you of what? God will make you a champion out of you, no matter what people think about you. So stop crying. Stop crying. Okay, today is my day off. That's why you see me on video. I don't work on Friday, thank God. So it allowed me to have free time to talk and forecast. You know, I like to share the word of God with people. Sometimes I go out on Friday to minister, but I like to do this one here when it's cold outside, so I can reach out to you, my fellow. Hey, life is good. I don't know where you're looking at. It's just like that would be another story. I will cast another video right away, and it will be like, what do you look at? You know, where your eyes at? And the next one is gonna be talking about where you heading, like where you heading. Seriously, I think the title should be "Stop Crying." That would be the next one. Stop crying. The second one will be what do you see? What do you look at? Some people say life is hard. Okay, where is hard in life? Like, where's sorry. Life is hard. Life is hard. For me, life is easy. When the challenge come, that is when I actually so happy. Because now you can say, now I can put my face to work. When the life challenging come, my joy is increase. The darker the world, the brighter I shine. So when the challenging come, it means that God made me a champion. You cannot be champion without winning something. You cannot say, oh, I'm a champion. You cannot be champion without winning the war. You cannot be a winner without having to defeat something. You know, you cannot be conqueror without conquering something. So challenging, persecution, not being liked it, being talked about, being gossiped about, that is part of challenging. That is my bread. Challenging is my bread. So don't cry for challenging. Challenging is to make you stronger, will make you brave and undefeatable, indestructible. That is what challenging do, right? So the next video I'm gonna cast again is gonna be talking about stop crying. Alright, I'll see you in my next video. I'm gonna do it right away because during weekday I don't really have time to do this. I'm pretty in and out. Alright, God bless.